I like selling real estate because you get to deal with helping people buy homes and play an important part in their establishing themselves. First-time buyers, second-time buyers. I've sold homes to some people over the years, perhaps 3 or 4 different homes, until they finally got something larger because their family grew, and then maybe later on they needed to downsize and go into something smaller. I think a community real estate office versus a big box store office offers many pluses in that we can turn around on a dime. We can compete with the multimedia marketing and advertising, not only compete but perhaps lead in some innovative new marketing techniques. And as well, we're the ones that know what's going on in the neighborhood. You know, where do the kids go to school? Different things about sports and church, or you name it. We can help people find important things that they need to know about getting to work, daycare, childcare, all these sorts of things. Because we're local, we know the neighborhood, we know where they can get involved if they want to, you know, do charitable work, and just a number of things. Well, one thing that probably makes us unique is I've been doing this steadily since February of 1966, and in the process I've done many things connected with real estate, such as building and or developing over 300 residential units in my career so far. Perhaps I'll do more in the future. We joined together with 10 other local folks and started a state chartered bank back in 1983. We've been involved in many kinds of community developments. I volunteer and work for on the board for Richmond Police Activities League, to Richmond Neighborhood Housing Services. Our company volunteers once a month serving lunches at the Greater Richmond Interfaith Program, serving anywhere between 175 to 250 mostly homeless and or folks in the area that need a good meal, and they get one, and we do our best to provide a smile and good service. In 1977, I took a Queen Anne Victorian building in San Pablo, California, that had been moved. It once was a church rectory, Catholic church, and was moved. And later I acquired a lot through the city, next to the city civic center, and I had that property, or that building, moved in on that property and restored, and then placed on the National Registry of Historic Buildings. In San Pablo, I've done a variety of projects, and in Richmond, everything from single family, number of single-family homes, to homes that were duets. Actually, a home project which we were in the National Home Builders magazine for, what they call grow homes. In 1981, I completed a 40-unit condominium project, which was pretty revolutionary in that we did solar hot water heat back in 1981, and it's still operating today. The project, in addition, had a number of great features. It was high density, but everything was primarily built on a mezzanine level with secured parking underneath, secured entry, elevator. It was PG&E premium rated energy project because of the way it was designed and built. In Point Richmond, California, I've built approximately 29, maybe 30 different homes. One was a 18-unit condo project. Another was a small 2-unit condominium project, another 5-unit condominium project. Very clearly that since I began selling real estate in 1966, there's been a tremendous change in the amount of paperwork, the amount of disclosure forms that need to get filled out. Everything today is obviously disclose. But beyond that, it's knowing how to advocate for your client and to get the job done, protecting your client, and giving good counsel to both buyers and or sellers, and trying to bring together a good meeting of the minds. And when you're negotiating a contract, being an advocate versus an adversary, getting the job done, building relationships with your clients. Many of our clients become our friends and acquaintances as well. So we look out for our clients in every respect and regard. So some of the work that our involvement in the community, my wife was president of the local PTA in the Washington School here in Point Richmond. My wife and I got together and had installed a couple of speed bumps across from the school entry because cars were simply pulling in too fast, and we rallied the neighborhood and the local governments and the fire department, police department, and got those installed. Currently, we also have been involved in volunteering in the school system over the years, supporting Many Hands projects, Picnic in the Park, which is for kids and families. We support the summer concerts in Point Richmond, which have turned out to be a great venue for music and a night out, Friday night out. I think approximately 5 times in the summer. It's a great program. It's really become very popular. People come from all over to enjoy that. Our main motto is get it done right. Get the job done, but make sure it's done right and put everything to bed so that it's not going to create. We're doing our best job to avoid future problems. We try to knock down concerns in advance. I think that comes from experience, having built and developed a lot of homes in my past history. Plus, I have also put on the workman's belt and done a fair amount of physical construction myself. Sometimes it's just volunteering through some of the public service organizations. I'm president this year of the Richmond Rotary, and we're involved in some community projects as well, where we help seniors and people that need things done and don't have the means to do it. In 1985, I was the board president for the West Contra Costa Association of Realtors. I remained very active in the board, doing for many of the committees involved in the Association of Realtors, both locally and statewide, and some business as far as the National Association of Realtors go as well. Well, I think that again, our job is to try to anticipate as much as possible potential problems and hurdles to get over, and so we try and solve problems in advance and not wait till we get to a situation that makes it difficult to make the transaction smooth and put together in a very solid way. And so I think that we, through the experience of having built 300 residential properties or developed, and as well as sold thousands of properties over the years, that we have that experience to make sure it gets done well, gets done on time, and it's put together right. Well, I think my style, I guess you would call, I'm not what you would say a great salesperson. I'm somebody who likes to listen and counsel people. My approach is very, I guess you would say, and for no other term, soft sell, because we look at each transaction like building a relationship and not just a transaction, so that we're building a relationship for today and tomorrow and in the future. We want to work with the parents and the kids as they grow up, and the family, and as they make transitions. We want to be here and help take care of their moves and their needs. We also have a moving truck, which we call the box truck, which we loan out to nonprofit organizations locally, and also we can help our clients if they need a little extra hand in getting things moved. And I think my feeling is this, that we work, of course, in real estate to make a living, but that's not why we really do our job. We do our job because we're people-oriented, and we really do care that we help people make this step in life, which is a big step, and we like to hold their hand and walk them through the process and have a happy ending. We do our best to achieve that.